Hi everyone, I'm Meenakshi and I welcome you all to Tathastu. And today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic which is about this Konark Wheel and the Konark Sun Temple. Now, why it is important or why it is in news, you can see in the picture. This Konark Wheel, which is part of our Konark Sun Temple, its replica was used as a background where our Honorable Prime Minister welcomed all the dignitaries of the G20 summit. So apart from the Nataraj statue which was installed in front of Bharat Mandapam, which was the venue of our G20 summit, this particular wheel, which is part of Konark Sun Temple, its replica was used as the background. Of course, it has cultural significance. It shows our rich, valuable heritage and culture, as well as this particular wheel. It denotes this Kal Chakra. This wheel is basically associated with wheel of life. So in this video we will be learning some interesting fact about Konark Wheel and the Sun Temple, which is situated at Konark. So let's begin. First of all, we'll be learning things about the Konark Wheel, and as you can see in the picture, it is very clear. This is the Konark Wheel, which is an essential component of our Sun Temple, the Sun Temple, which is situated in Konark and Konark, Odisha. Now, as the name says itself, the Sun Temple, it is devoted to or it is dedicated to Sun God or Surya Dev, and it includes Konark Wheel as an essential component. You can see this wheel, it is essential part of this temple, and this whole temple consists of 12 pairs of finely painted wheels. That means this whole temple, the whole Konark Sun Temple, have 24 pairs of the 24 number total 12 pairs, and the number is 24. So this temple has 24 such wheels. Now moving on, also this particular temple has 7 horses, and it resembles a gigantic chariot. Chariot basically means Rath. Now the diameter in the picture, it may look very smaller, similarly to the Nataraj statue, but it was claimed that this Nataraj statue was claimed to be tallest in the world. Similarly, these wheels are very gigantic. They may appear small in the picture, but the diameter of a particular wheel is 9 feet 9 inch, and they are, if we talk about the width, it is 8 wider and 8 thinner spokes on each wheel. You can see those spokes, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. These are 8 wider spokes. We also have 8 thinner spokes. So these spokes also have their own importance, and this wheel is not only related to culture, it has scientific value as well. It was used to calculate time in the ancient times. We will see that how. Now this whole temple, we are talking about Konark Sun Temple. This whole temple has 24 wheels in total, 12 pairs we have seen, and those this particular thing talks about the location of these 24 wheels. So 6 wheels are located on either side of main temple, that means both side of the temple main entrance, then 4 on the either side of Mukshala, and 2 on the either side of the steps of which lead to this eastern front. So this is the location of the this particular Konark Wheel. Now let's see its significance, why it is so valued. So number 1, the wheels of the chariot have been interpreted as wheels of life. I have already said that this particularly wheel is resembled to this wheel of life or Kal Chakra. That means your birth, your life, death. So this particular wheel, as it is said, represent, or it have been interpreted as this wheel of life, and they illustrate this process, this wheel of life, that it illustrate the process of creation, then preservation, and then realization or self-realization. Also it is said that the 12 zodiac sign, now we have these 12 pair of wheels. So it has been said that these 12 pairs may be interpreted as the 12 zodiac signs. We have various we have 12 zodiac signs: Leo, Aries, Virgo, Pisces. We have these zodiac signs. So it has been said that these 12 pairs replicates or they represent our 12 zodiac signs, and they may be represented by it. And some people also think that this Konark wheel is identical to Buddhist Dhamma Chakra, commonly known as the wheel of karma or the wheel of law in the Buddhist tradition. So some people also believe, some associate these 12 pairs with the zodiac sign, others associated it with the Buddha's wheel of law or wheel of karma. So there are these various interpretations of this Konark wheel. Of course, it has its own cultural value. And these Konark wheels, now this is why it is considered scientific, because before the watches were invented, these Konark wheel were used as sundials in ancient times to know the time of the day. And it has these, as I said, these 8 major spokes. Now it is said that it was used to represent one spoke represented 3 pairs of a day. So it was said that when this particular is completed, it was known as the 24 hours of the day, that the 24 hours of the day have been completed, a day have been completed. So it was used to calculate the time in the ancient times when the watches were not invented. Now let's see about the Sun Temple. This is our beautiful Sun Temple. One most important fact, that it is part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. So our temples are marvelous in architecture. Many of them are great living Chola temples. They are also part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this Konark Temple is also part of UNESCO World Heritage Site, because if we see our ancient architecture, they're marvelous. They have been constructed very intricately. They have beautiful sculptures. Also, some of them have been constructed on scientific lines. So the architecture is marvelous at par excellence if we talk particularly about our ancient architecture. And similarly, this temple is also part of our UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now let's see the location as well as who built this popular temple, whose wheel have been replicated on such a big international event. So this temple is located on eastern edge of Indian subcontinent in Konark. We are talking about, and the state is Odisha. So this is located in Odisha's Konark Sun Temple. Now this temple was built by, who constructed this temple? So this temple was built by King Narsim Dev I, who ruled from this particular period, and it was constructed in 13th century. So this King Narsim Dev I belonged to the Eastern Ganga dynasty. So this was the person who constructed this beautiful temple. Now this Sun Temple is the pinnacle of the Kalingan. If we talk about the architecture which was used to build this temple, so we have this Nagar style of temple building, then we have this Dravid style of temple building, Vesara style of temple building, but this temple was built particularly in Kaling temple architecture. We will learn about this as well, what is Kaling temple architecture. So the Sun Temple is the pinnacle of Kalingan temple building. It contains all of its distinguishing feature in full and ideal form, and as I said, it is part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Also, one more important thing about this particular temple is that it was known as Black Pagoda. Now this name was given by the European sailors who used to come to this Bay of Bengal. So for them, the upper portion, the upper tower of this temple appeared black. That is why they named it as Black Pagoda. So this is the location as well as who constructed this beautiful temple. Now see, we'll see the components of the temple, of the Konark temple only. Also we will see the Kaling style of architecture, how it is different from the other styles and in which state it is popular. Now there is this Viman, and Viman means principal sanctuary over here. It was surmounted by a high tower. You can see this, that there is this high tower with a shikhar. Shikhar means the crowning cap, which is at the top of a temple. We usually say the shikhar of the temple, the choti of a temple, which is the crowning cap which was raised. Now this particular thing was raised or ruined in 19th century. Now also this temple consists of, we are talking about the components, Jahamogan, which is the audience hall with its pyramidal structure. So the audience hall have this pyramidal type structure and it rules the remains to the east. Now moving about to next component, it is the Nath Mandir, which is the dancing hall, and it is currently without a roof. If we talk about the dancing hall, it is currently without a roof and it stands on a high platform towards the east. So we have these components of this temple: Viman, which was the principal sanctuary, then Shikhar, and they were ruined in the 19th century. Then there was this audience hall known as Jahamogan, and we have Nath Mandir, the dancing hall, which is at presently without a roof. Now the Sun Temple is directly associated with the idea and belief of personification of sun god, as we personified him in the Veds. So we usually interpret sun god or the Surya Dev as, you know, for good health and for the preserver. So this Sun Temple is directly associated with the idea and belief which was similarly in the Vedas. Now moving towards the temple architecture of Odisha, we have seen that this particular temple has been built in this Kaling style architecture. So let's see. The architectural style of Indian temples can be categorized. So I've already told you that it can be categorized in this Nagar style, Visara style, Dravidian style and Gadag style. But in Odisha, the temple architecture of Odisha, it is different. It is this, these temples mostly follow this Kaling style of architecture, and this Kaling style of architecture is basically a subcategory of Nagar style of architecture. So similar thing is written over here, that the temple architecture of Odisha on the other hand falls under a whole new classification which is known as Kaling style of architecture, and this Kaling style of architecture is basically a sub part of Nagar style of architecture. So I hope this much is clear to you. Now moving on, we are talking about the Kaling style of architecture. So we have the one tower and one hall that make the bulk of temple in Kaling architecture. The hall we have seen, the audience hall, it is known as Jagmohan, and the tower is known as Deul. So this can be important for a prelims examination. The hall is known as Jagmohan and the tower is known as Deul. Now if we talk about the architectural themes, and abundance of figures are lavishly sculpted. So many temples were associated with different themes. We have different themes for different sort of temple, where sometimes the elephants were carved, sometimes many animals were carved all together. If we talk about this particular temple, the architectural themes have abundance figure which are lavishly, very intricately sculpted onto the walls of both the Deul, which is our tower, as well as hall, which is known as Jagmohan. Now if we move towards other component of this Kaling style of architecture, this is horseshoe shape is the one that is used most frequently, and it dates back to the earliest period, beginning with the huge windows of Chaitya Graha. So other important component which is more popular, most common among this Kaling style of architecture is this horseshoe shape, which is common in Kaling style architecture. Now let's see about the Deul. So in Odia language, it basically means a shrine, and it is divided into three distinct categories of this particular architecture. We have this Rekha Deul, which is a tall building with a shikhar. So we will see it in the picture. Now this is Rekha Deul. This is how Kaling style temple is constructed. So this is Deul. Deul in Odia language means shrine. So this is a tall tower. Now we have other examples of this as well. So the Rekha Deul is the most distinct example of this particular Rekha Deul is the Lingaraj temple of Bhubaneswar. And what is Rekha Deul? It is a tall building with a shikhar. With a shikhar, we have this at the shikhar at the top of the temple. Now the second is Pidha Deul. It refers to the square building with a pyramid shape. It is basically a pyramid shaped roof like a Viman. And for this we have the most common example of the Konark Sun Temple. So we can also see it in the picture that this is how it looks like. It has this pyramid shaped Viman and it is constructed on a platform, and the most common example is our Konark Temple only of this Deul. Deul means shrine. And for this Rekha Deul we have the Lingaraj Temple, which is in Bhubaneswar. Now moving towards the next distinction, the last distinction, it is known as the Khakra Deul. So if we talk about Khakra Deul, it is this rectangular shaped building, and also it also have this trunculated pyramid. You can see it over here. So it has this trunculated pyramid shaped roof, and for example we have Brahma. It is basically associated with the Shakti or Shakta temples of Odisha, and examples, for example we have Brahmi temple of Churasi, which is located in Puri, and we have this Gauri temple of Bhubaneswar. So they are associated with this Khakra Deula. So this was all about how what is Kalinga architecture and how it is different from others, and I hope you found the session very interesting. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.